Hey everybody, it's the Modern Geek, also known as Vamp Marion. We are back with another live video, and it is sort of a smaller round two. As I said in my last stream, we are, I am, what's the word? I have my birthday really close to, really close to the holiday season, so we are back again with what a geek gets, hobby geek gets for birthday gifts. Some of what you're gonna see is stuff I treated myself to. Some of it, so there's like kind of gifts for me, larger gifts, and I will talk about some gifts on the horizon. There are going to be more gifts, but some of my wish list, some of like what I'm thinking about. But I went a little crazy, so we are back. We're gonna do some more Lorcana pack openings because I did get folks in my family were super generous. Although the price drop really helped. We're back for another round of some openings of that stuff. Some chapter 1 openings, got more models, which is awesome. Which these will come in real handy in our multiverse campaign, which I've been doing some planning on the back end for that. Got some Magic the Gathering cards. We're going to talk a little bit more about these, but they're kind of cool because they actually have specific cards for Jurassic World. So they actually have alternate art cards and the ability to get those, which are pretty cool. So that's there. Unfortunately, there are a few other gifts that just didn't make it in time. I did get the City of Sigmar Dwarven unit, which I was hoping to build live on this stream tonight. So good news is you guys will see that at a later time. And then we'll be working on our orc painting. So we'll be doing more of our custom orc marines, which I really want to get those guys solid and painted up. So we'll be working on basing and other stuff. So that's going to be the model portion of what we're going to do tonight. And then, and just so you guys can see, this is what I'd be talking about. So actually turn some orcs into orc marines. So basically orcs that have stolen Space Marine tech and are running around the galaxy, which we're going to talk a little bit more about them. I'm going to do a little building, but yeah, so unfortunately the Warhammer section of building for my birthday list of stuff just didn't happen because those didn't make it. There's also the new named orc character that's got the Squig Anvil guy, which I keep forgetting his name, but he was going to be on there, and also a Mantic Goblin, which I was going to use probably for some, more story-driven stuff. Actually, I was thinking of using him in a Necromunda gang, so he was going to get a proxy for that. So, anyway, without further ado, let's jump right into the Lorcana unboxing stuff. And then, if you guys are up for me building a Marvel Crisis Protocol model, I might build one of those as well. All right, let's take a look. I think we're going to do the new set first, and then we'll save the Chapter 1 cards for the next round. Let's do it. All right. So I have 10 booster packs. So somebody was able to get some booster packs, and these were... Somebody did these from Barnes & Noble because they have the blister ones. So actually, let's do the blister ones. I've heard a lot of rumors that you get better pull rates from the blister packs. I do not think that that is going to be the case. One thing I'm really happy about Lorcana is that it is a very accessible game. I'm so happy that the company who prints Lorcana, Ravensburg, if you're not familiar with the game, and it is in fact a Disney TCG game, so that totally means that it is essentially akin to Magic the Gathering. So it has the same kind of mechanics there. I'm very happy to start playing. And can't wait to see the game progress and grow. The third set's going to be coming out in March, which is really cool. So Felicia is our first card. Queen of Hearts, the card art. James. Eudora. I don't know how many times I've gotten James and Eudora next to each other in a pack. Croquet Mallet. Donald Duck. Cogsworth. Happy. Oh, Mad Madam Mim as a snake. First rare of the pack, Radigan. I have been blessed with a lot of Radigans, so this is a overflow. So past my playset. So not what I would have wanted. Oh, that's a good hit. All right, so we got officially the most expensive card besides an enchanted in Floodborn. So that's a huge hit. Such a good card. So this is Beast Tragic Hero. He can shift up from another beast. And he has, at the start of your turn, if this character has no damage, draw a card. Otherwise, he gets +4 attack. So you can either take the draw, or he goes up 4 in his attack. And he quests for 2. He's inkable, and very good card. So, super awesome. Ooh, that's actually a cool foil. Alright, so infinitely paid for these packs already. Because that's a $30 card we pulled. So, pretty darn good. Alright, that's awesome. And he is a legendary I have not gotten before. Yeah, that is one of the problems with the fact that the second set is so overly printed, meaning it's a good thing and it's a bad thing. So it's a good thing because we don't have to, like, play inflated prices for the packs anymore. But it does mean that the cards are not like Magic where they're worth a lot because they're so overly printed. Alright, a different Radigan. And I'd love to hear from the comments what you guys think of Lorcana. Are you into it? Are you trying it? Are you thinking about it? Basil. It's funny that those two are next to each other as well. Snow White. I love the artwork on this Winnie the Pooh. Felicia. Last Cannon. Li Shang. Donald Duck, Perfect Gentleman. Merlin. Oh, what a bad rare to get. I have so many of these, and she comes in the intro deck as well. Mad Madam Mim. Ooh, but that is a good one to follow up with. The second most valuable card besides an enchanted. Cinderella. Oh, and that's a nice foil. I like how that looks. That's a cool foil. So far, the speculation that the blister packs do better than the regular packs kind of holds up. We got an epic and a legendary in there. Our rares, not great, but there's not many rares in the set you're going to get that are great. So those two, good hits. $10 card, $30 card. So more than pays for those booster packs. All right, now we're moving on to the booster box. Let's see what we get. All right, we got Ray. Nothing to hide. I knew it. The minute I started doing Lorcana, I lost people. Eudora. Kuzco. What did you call me? Which I haven't gotten too many of those. The other Cinderella, which you can shift up this Cinderella from. So that's kind of that's the strat, is to kind of throw her out there and then shift up to this one, because she quests for 3, she quests for 1, but she's a very good card. Mouse Armor. Bounce. Hello, Sir Darwinning. How are you? Hee. Kronk. Not a terrible rare, but not worth much. So Kronk, not the greatest. Oh, another Cinderella, though. That is good. Oh, this is... I do play Lorcana. All right, Cinderella. Oh, that's awesome. So that's a good pull. It's a $10 card. Oh, okay. We got a foiled rare, which is Maurice's Workshop. Yes, I love this game. It's such a good game. Actually, should I keep them separate? I guess I should, right? So we got 3 rares in that pack. That is pretty super awesome. Cool. So we're doing pretty good. You know, for the blister pack, we pulled... So I'm super happy because to pull a Tragic Hero Beast and a Cinderella, great pulls right there. And then we pulled another Cinderella out of the other pack. So we're doing pretty good for Floodborne, and this is kind of the best. I've been on the hunt for Enchanted Stitch Surfer. I have not gotten an Enchanted... I've gotten 3 Enchanted rares, but none of them are that. Alright, let's see. We got Enchantress. I love the artwork on this card. Pawsicle. Painting the Roses Red. Merlin as a crab. Baloo the bear. Let the storm rage on. Nana. I like the artwork on Nana too. Pinocchio. Nice artwork on this card as well. Oh, Mother Gosling. Such a weird... It's like a damaged Mother Gosling, which I don't really understand. Terrible rare to get. I hate pulling this. And Ratigan. Woof. This is a tough, bad rare pack. Yeah. That's really bad. That's bad pulls. I mean, again, I paid regular price for these packs, so I don't feel as bad. But yeah, these are like a dime a dozen rares. They're so bad to pull. Again, the Cinderella on the first pull, really, really good. All right, let's go for it. Let's see what the world has in store for me. Donald, Duck Sleepwalker. Owl, it's the basic one. Hold Still. Oh man, I want... That's the other epic from this set, or legendary from this set I need. I need Fairy Godmothers. Not this one, but I need the other one. What did you call me? Tiana. Ooh, I actually need more Prince Charmings too for my Prince and Princess deck, which will be supported by the 7 Dwarves. Pain. Binding Contract. Oh, it's a terrible rare. Merlin is so bad. Merlin is in the intro deck. He's a super low value rare. So bad. Ooh. We did score another epic. Unfortunately, Mickey Mouse, funny enough, is a very low end epic rare. Whenever this character quests, you may pay 3 ink for the next character you play this turn. So he's kind of cool because if you have a really stacked character in your hand, you could just you could pay 3 so basically he's good to get out secondary characters. Whenever this character quests, so you quest him and then you can play another character, which is always helpful. Not a bad... I think his ability is good. Yeah. He's got a good ability. He's a good support card, but he's just not like... But it's in Amber. But see, I think that's a really... But that's the problem. For an Amber deck, you have so many other options that you probably would want to play with besides Mickey. Because he's a 1/6. He does quest for 3, though. But you have to wait to get him. You have to wait till turn 6 to get him. Which is kind of like not great. The foil, Go the Distance. That's the problem with Floodborne. It's not like it wasn't a very strong set. But I think that's because Into the Inklands is gonna mesh with them all to make them a better set. Ray, Pawsicle. This seems like a clone pack. We opened those 3 cards next to each other last time. Painting the Roses Red. I think the best combo I found was Raya and Charge. Yep, that's a good combo from Floodborne. Honestly, I think the 7 Dwarfs and Snow White are really good too. Like basically the intro deck that has all of them is like pretty damn good by itself, but if you tweak that deck, which I'm planning on doing, I think you can really like ramp it up to make it something pretty nasty. Dr. Facilieri, Minnie Mouse, Prince Naveen, Pacha, Tiana, love the princess. It's good princess. I've made steel purple and steel green mill decks. Those are pretty good. Yeah, the one I'm working on, which is part of why I wanted whenever what was I gonna say? My bodyguard deck. That's the deck I'm really happy about, which is steel and amber. And it goes it uses the Three Musketeers from the first set, and it uses Rapunzel and some of the other stuff there. Which is funny, the Stitch is in there too. Obviously I don't have any Enchanted Stitch, but Cogsworth. Nice, another $10 hit. I pull Cinderella like it's nobody's business. Definitely going to be one of the core keys, cornerstones of my princess deck, which is going to be a song deck. Beautiful card. So good. Such a good rare. It's a 1 inkable 1/2 quest for 1, but she can sing songs that are 3. So good. Oh my god, that was such a good pack. And then we got Belle. So we got a 10 hit, and this is an $8 hit. Belle is an amazing card too. We're getting all the good legendaries out of these packs. My god. Belle, Hidden Archer. You can shift her up 3 from another Belle. Whenever this character is challenged, the challenging character's player discards all cards in their hand. Such a good ability. Now, she's 5. She's not inkable, though. But if you see, this is where Amber... Well, yeah, because it's a mill card. But see, that's why Mickey is good. Because imagine if you had Mickey at turn 6, but then you only have to throw 2 down to play Belle. Well, yeah, that makes sense. So, I think you said it before. It's an wait, but you said a purple and steel. Oh, okay. Sorry. And steel green mill deck. Got it. Got it. Now it connected. When I read it too fast. I was like, you can't do that. That's 3 colors. All right, so those are 2 good hits. And then whenever you play this character, you may... So this is going to be the Snow White. I was going to play this Snow White. Not this Snow White. The other Snow White that makes the dwarves cheaper to cast. Because then I wanted to use Moana that gives benefits to princesses from chapter 1. So far, these are really good opens, man. Let's see. Show me the crazies. All right, we got Gaston, Gumbo Pot, Sleepy, Legend of the Sword in the Stone, Raya, Donald Duck, Deep Sea Explorer, or Diver. It's not even Explorer. Li Shang, Ring the Bell, Fang Crossbow. Oh man, what a bad rare to get. Noe. While you have an item in play, this character gains resistance 1 and ward. Actually, I shouldn't say it's a bad rare, because I plan on making an item deck with Maurice and Belle from the first set. Nori actually would fit that deck very well. So, which is not a great rare. Oh, another epic, the Queen. which I'm assuming this is also in that mill deck. Oh, no, wait. I'm sorry. It wouldn't be in your mill deck. I just think the ability is really good. Especially if you could bounce characters back. I actually like this. I like that card. It's worth, like, nothing. Nothing to Hide is my foil. I think that card's actually really good. I know it's not inkable. So what I was going to do with this card, which I was thinking of running purple emerald, and I was going to use this in conjunction with brooms and marshmallow, because he always returns back to your hand. So I think that combo would work. And then you could just keep throwing them out and then eventually playing them if you have Mickey. Arthur. Owl. Sneezy. Damn, Fairy Godmother. I need the epic Fairy Godmother. Lady Tremaine. Magic Broom, which I was gonna... My other thought was to do a steel... Yeah. Magic Brooms. I was going to use this, so doing a steel and purple deck. I was thinking of doing that, and the idea of that deck was going to be all repeatable characters. So, like, everything in play would just come back to me, and I would just keep playing it. Because it says, when you play this character, chosen character gains resistance until the start of your next turn. So the idea was... Although I think that she implies it has to be from your hand, but... Doc. Judy Hopps. Card Soldiers. Oh my god, what a terrible rare to get. Lucifer. Another rare I get a ton of. Ugh, Dragon Gem. Oh, Foiled Witch. I'm very good at pulling her foil, too. I have almost a full playset of Foiled Witches. That's insane. We were hitting so strong. We hit the Belle and we hit the Cinderella. And then we just kind of puttered on the Flubborn packs, man. We're puttering. We're puttering. All right. Flynn Rider. Basil. Grumpy. Merlin. Felicia. Hercules. Pick a Fight. Daisy Duck, which I love the artwork on that card as well. Cogsworth. Maurice's Workshop. Oh man, I got so many of these too. Peter Pan's Shadow. Ooh, a foiled Christopher Robins. I like that. That's cool. I was going to do something with this card, which I completely forgot, but whenever you ready this character, if you have 2 or more other characters in play, gain 2 lore. I think I was going to put this in the Seven Dwarf stack. I might have even put this in my... no, I wasn't going to put this in Seven Dwarf stack. It's not that good. It's an interesting card. I don't know if I would say it's terrific. We're down to 3 more Flubborn packs, and we're going to open 5 Chapter 1 packs. So, because he's so expensive, that's the problem. People are making faster, more competitive decks. Hypnotize, Rabbit, Piglet, Merlin as a squirrel, Bon. I love the artwork on this beast. Love it so much. Pacha. Tiana. Merlin. Oh my god. Well, I want to stop getting Lady Tremaine. I get this one too. It's an epic. I have her as an enchanted as well. Not happy about that. King Louis. Ooh, 2 epics. Got another King Louis. Only had 1. Oh, and a foiled Panic. So we got 2 epics in that pack. That's pretty good, actually. I mean, our epic game in these packs have been insane. Second to last Floodborne pack. I'm not gonna get an enchanted, so don't. If anybody out there is waiting for it, I'm not getting it. Enchantress. I never knew that his name. I never knew this character's name was a callback to Frozen. I never knew that. Mulan. She's gonna go on the princess deck too. Yeah, it's meant to be a callback to Frozen, and I think that's insane that they did that, and it's so good, and it's like crazy. Legend of the Sword in the Stone. Another Raya. Another Last Cannon. This was the Snow White I was talking about, which is you pay 1 less to play 7 dwarf characters. 4 dozen eggs. Sword in the Stone. Oh, that's a good hit. Would have liked the epic version of him, but I'll take a rare of him. He's a pretty good card. Weight set. Ooh, and a foiled Merlin. I mean, I got an extra rare. I guess I can't argue, but not what I wanted, man. Ugh. I mean, these packs had better stuff in them. Oh man, this is the last one. Let's see if we can do it. Panic. We still have 5 Chapter 1 packs, so we might get lucky in there. Panic. Nothing to hide. Grumpy. This looks exactly like another pack we opened. I'm Stuck. Go the Distance. Oh, another one of those beasts that we liked. A Doc. Ooh, Mad Madam Mim. I don't want this card anymore. Ooh, Queen of Hearts. That's cool. I always like that. I love I'm Stuck. Yeah, it's a pretty good card. Actually, let me go back to it. Now that we said we loved it, let's talk about it. Choose exerted characters. Chosen exerted character can't ready at the start of their next turn. It's a good stall card. And it's a good stall card because it's only 1 to cast it, so. Queen of Hearts. Oh, a Pete. I think I have a full playset of Pete. I mean, Pete's got Ward, which is a bad. He's 5 to cast. Whenever you play an action, this character gets +2 attack. And then obviously if you get his attack up, he can quest for 4 Lorcana, which is pretty good. That could be a nice clutch moment. It's a good win moment, you know? Alright, so Pete. This is Johnson. Whenever you play a Floodborne character, you may put the top card of your deck into your Inkwell phase. I mean, there's only a few cards that let you, like, go further with ink, so it's not terrible. And then Cogsworth, and I think this is the first card I've gotten. So, no enchanted on our last Floodborne pack, but we have 5 more Chapter 1 packs. No, I guess it doesn't have. I think this is the first one I've seen the lines. People have talked about this. I think this has it. Where it's got, you see all those bad printed lines? And is that true? Hold on. Let me see something. I know. But let's actually look at what we achieved in here. So the Cinderella $10 card. We pulled a Cinderella. We pulled, so I mean, we pulled some heavy hitting cards in here. I'm trying to see what else. The Shere Khan might actually be... He might actually be... I think he's actually a little... His rarity is pushed a little higher. And then on the epic side, not that our epics were like the coolest or greatest, but we did score... I mean, I could check on TCG Player. I mean, the reality is most of the cards aren't worth that much. So, but one of the things that I look at as like success in this game is that if you can walk away with some of the higher rare cards, we got 2 foiled rares in here. We walked away with a foiled epic, so it's always good to get foileds because I think this is going to see... I think she's going to see more play, to be quite honest. I think she's going to be used a lot more. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 8 epics and legendaries. We got 1 legendary, which is great. I mean, I think green/red is going to use her. Yeah. Well, because think about it. If you have her, right? And then you have something like Shere Khan, which is like whenever one of your characters challenges another character, gain 1 lore. So you can have some fun with that because you'll have something on the field that can start beating up stuff. And then if you get in like some sort of cycle like I was talking about where you throw the character out, gain the lore, right? You know, you can kind of rinse, repeat that. And then you're just gaining lore without characters on the field. And then you're just obliterating any character that has. So if you can come up with a way, cards that work in conjunction, then you're also getting lore as you're attacking. So you can just farm lore and you can win really quickly. Yeah. Well, but charge is a different color. Right? Because charge is not red. Charge is steel. Oh, charge is red. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Well, wait. When you say charge is fixing that... You're saying it takes out Shere Khan? Oh, chart gives him resistance too. Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Well, there's green that buffs too. So you can kind of go both ways. Like... And then you could also... There are green cards that will give him the evasive trait as well. Like, you can have some really crazy fun. But my point is, I just think that's a cool combo. Which I might now work on that combo. But I need more Shere Khans. Anyway. So we got, like I said, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 epic and or legendary cards. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15. So we opened up, what am I getting with this? 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So we got 4 rares ahead, 2 of which were foiled. So I think that's a good opening of 10 packs, which is pretty good. We got 3 hits that are pretty good for Floodborn. Because Floodborn cards, their value is very, very low. There's only a few cards in the set that are worth something. So the fact that we got the 2 Cinderellas that are $10, so that's $30 right there, which is pretty good. Again, this other stuff is not really going to be worth anything. I do like that we got a foiled queen, which is really a witch or the queen. So we got a foiled of her, which is always nice. It's always nice to get epics that are foiled. But yeah, all of this super, super low value. The big winner is that beast, because that beast is a $30 card. So that was a big hit. So Sydney and the Beast, very good. I mean, that's another 40 right there. So I actually broke even on these packs for what I paid for them, which is pretty cool. So we actually did pretty well with our Floodborne packs. Now let's see what our chapter packs are. I paid the market price for these guys as well, which is very rare because a lot of people are still overcharging for chapter 1, which is kind of odd, but all right, chapter 1. Now, hopes and dreams here. Enchanted rares, always a hope and a dream. But biggest, Rapunzels. Need more Rapunzels. Yeah, if you get them at Target. So for me, it was such a drought when they were first out that I had to go to card stores to get. It's gonna be fun. All right, Mufasa. Yeah, I had such a drought when I started getting them that I always had to get an initial hit at a game store, and they always like a collectible card game store and hobby game store. And you know, no fault of their own, they had to charge more. So in their case, what a lot of people don't know for gaming stores is that they actually had to pay. They had to carry other products to get booster packs. So normally, like Magic or other games, you know, they'll let them just buy booster boxes, and they don't make them pay. They don't make them carry the starter decks, the sleeves, like other materials. And they did make gaming stores so the select retailers that got it earlier have to carry other products. So what happens to a lot of gaming stores, and it happened to my gaming store, is that stuff sits on the shelves. And it didn't help that the Ravensburg sleeves were trash. They were so bad. Not a lot of people like the first playmats that came out. And some of the deck boxes, because again, a lot of people, they use Dragon Shield or they use other deck boxes because they play Magic or they play other card games, and they kind of already had a favorite. So a lot of those theme things just kind of sit there. So Mufasa is our first chapter 1 card. Apu is our next one. Timon, Tinkerbell, Peter Pan, Hercules, who is in my bodyguard deck. Befuddled, which is like actually an expensive card because for some reason it was really hard to get in the packs. Jasper, Aurora, Flotsam, terrible rare to get. Oh my god, I always pull this epic. I am like prone to pulling him. I hate this card. Terrible. And oh, foiled brooms. I can foil out. Well, if you want to set up a trade, I will gladly trade you for that card. All right, second pack. Because I got those coming out of the wazoo. I'm so good at opening those. All right, let's see. We got another type of Aurora. Sergeant Tibbets. Stitch, but not the Stitch we're all looking for. Yasma. Sudden Chill. Cerebus, love the artwork on that card. Goofy, who's also in my bodyguard deck. Lilo. Dragonfire. Hades. I hate this. I'm really good at pulling him too. Not a good rare to get. Oh, and Lady Tremaine. I actually don't have 4 Lady Tremaines, but don't care about her. Don't care about this card. And what's the foil? Tinkerbell. All right, so far, I mean, we got 1 epic. which was good, but the rest of it was garbage. I think all of these Lorcana packs are gonna suck. These ones I don't think are gonna go well. Scar, I didn't even tell you what that card was. I'm getting disgusted. Develop your brain. Scar, Healing Glow, Dr. Facilier, Horus. It's fitting, I got Jasper. Tinkerbell, Reflections, Tamateo, Grandma Tala. Ooh, Let It Go. Okay, that's not a bad rare. I actually don't have more of these, so I'll take that. Ooh, Whole New World. That's a good epic to jump on. That's really good. And Flounder. All right, 2 more possible chances for Enchanteds. He's got a sword. That was Phil we did before that. Control your temper. Friends on the other side. In card advantage, it's going on the first ban list. Yeah, probably. That's true. Mickey Mouse. Kristoff. I love this Elsa. Snow Queen. Mad Hatter. Oh, Scepter. I'm trying to really bring this out. God damn it. I hate this 80s. Oh, what a terrible epic to end on. Not end on. We have one more pack, but damn it. I don't have more of him, so it's nice to get another one, but it's just not the epic I want. When you play this character and whenever he quests, I mean, he would be good in that item deck, so I do need more of him because I wanted to make that Maurice item deck. I might use him. Yeah, because that's the reason. He can pump lore later on. And another foil Tinkerbell. All right, last chance. Last Lorcana card. What will the fates have for us? Merlin. Gaston. Smee. Elsa. Genie. Tinkerbell. Reflections. Flynn Rider. Triton. Ooh, first rare is Maui. Not going well. Oh, that's good. That's a good epic. That's a good epic to end on. I almost have a full playset of her. She is in the bodyguard deck, so I actually did need more of her. And a foiled Timon for the last one. All right, I'll take the Tinkerbell. The Tinkerbell's not a bad one. So again, on the side of epic, how many epics did we pull out of this lovely mess? So for 5 packs, we pulled 4 epics, which is not terrible. When you think about opening up 5 packs, we got 5 epics, 4 epics, no legendaries, terrible rares, except Let It Go. Let It Go is really good. All the other rares are bad. And Let It Go, for folks that don't know what it is put chosen character into their player's inkwell face down and exerted. So you basically just completely obliterate a character. They get an extra ink for it, but you've taken the character out, which is kind of insane. Might play this in the item deck as a way to just get rid of annoying things that I don't want. Thinking about it, I have to work on that item deck. But the Tink and the Whole New World, great pulls. Again, just because this works well on that item confine, good for me, but not a great card. Definitely not worth much. But I pulled the Tink. That's not bad. Alrighty. So I'm just consolidating this with other cards that I've gotten recently, because I've definitely been opening way too many Lorcana packs, which I probably should stop doing that. I've opened a lot of packs. I've spent a lot of money on this game. And I was right. Charge is a steel card. I was right. It's not a red card. I was right. I just so happen to have it in front of me. There are other cards that do what you were talking about. It's just that it's not that one. I was gonna say, I've stared at these cards so much that I know them pretty well by now. Yeah, so this is all the cards I've opened up recently, but last packs we got for Christmas pulled an Ursula, which was really cool. And there's Hans and my Marshmallow. Oh, but it's got to be banished. So actually my my combo trick with her does not work. I love him. I think he's such an underrated epic for people out there that are making decks. Whatever this character quests, you can deal 1 damage to chosen character. I'm all about like pegging, and he quests for 2. He's a 4. He's a 3/3. Such a good card. Everybody underestimates peg damage. That little peg. And like we were talking about. Say, let's put her next to. I am so good at getting Lady Tremaine. Like it's my job. I also am really good at getting Cinderella. I usually get her foiled, but you guys can see a little bit of what we open. I'm gonna basically organize all of this stuff later. Really tried to get a lot of the Floodborne packs because it's a lot easier to get Floodborne packs at regular prices now. So now that they've decided to print actual product. All right, I promise we're gonna get to painting, guys. I know that I'm making this into, but that is what I received for my birthday, which is a lot of trading cards and very little models. But that's because of a fun story I'm going to talk about in a minute. But in order for my paint area to be clean and for me to actually be able to paint, I have to do what I'm doing. I've been getting first chapter as many area. Yeah, that's good. First chapter, actually, for value right now, first chapter is actually better to buy because there's more cards in the first chapter set that are worth something. It's actually, to be quite honest, like for Floodborne, if you want certain Floodborne cards, it's actually probably better. It's probably actually better for you to just go buy them. Just buy them individually. Oh, am I echoing? I am echoing. Okay, I knew I was. Sorry, guys. The music was probably really low, and now you can actually probably hear it because my audio settings changed on my computer, which it does that very often. But yeah, so what I was going to say was yeah, it actually is probably better for you to go buy the singles for Floodborne because you can buy pretty much any rare card for pretty cheap. Whereas Chapter 1, you would actually have to spend money for quite a few of the cards, like Rapunzel, like any of those. Yeah, Floodborne is not. It's not because part of it is that they produce more of it, but a lot of it is also people are not using a lot of the Floodborne cards yet because they weren't as good as the core cards. But like I said, I think once the Inkland set comes out, you'll see more. So, Lost Caverns of Ixalia, these are set boosters, magic. I got some of those as well. We're going to open these real quick. The cool thing about these... No, it's March. Or no, maybe it is February. You might be right. I thought it was March. Yeah, and yeah, you get more time to do your thing. But Lost Caverns of Ixalia. So what's cool about these packs is that you have a 1 in 12 packs comes with Jurassic World cards. So to show those off, I probably need to get something to drink. Yes. So you get a 1 in 12 chance of getting Jurassic World cards, which at the current moment I don't think I have any to show. But they're alternate art cards that are classic Jurassic World. And then because this is like caverns, there's dinosaurs in this set, which is really cool. Set boosters, what that means is you have more of a chance of getting more rares, more alternate art cards, all that kind of stuff. Set boosters are also cool because you get the Jurassic Park stuff, but you can also get the regular stuff. So big pull in here is Caverns of Souls, which is like a $400 card. You can pull that. So let's see what our luck is. These packs, I've been actually super lucky with the Jurassic World stuff. Interesting. All right, let's see what we get. So, Captivating Cave, Daring Discovery, Sunfire Touch, Orizaka Puzzle Door, Volatile Wonderglyph, Merfolk Cave Diver, Glow Camp Lantern. Ooh, some of these cards, why do they have weird, these like have printing errors on them. Geonote Scout. Yeah, all these seem like they have like a film on them or something. That's really weird. Codia Scavenger. Clay Fired Bricks. Okay, our first rare is Abuelo Ancestor Echo. The legendary creature spirit. Flying Ward. You got exile target creature or artifact you control, return it to the battlefield under the owner's control at the beginning of your next end step phase. We got a foiled frog. Ooh, and we got a treasure token and an elephant. So they have art cards in these sets. So it's giving you full art card of a card is art in the set. Interesting. Okay. So that's very atypical. You don't usually just get one rare. We didn't get any alternative art cards. We didn't get anything. That's really weird. Oh, that does not bode well for my luck on this. Because that means we are not hitting the same stride I hit the last time I opened these. Hidden Courtyard. Oh, there we go. There's a dinosaur. Naturalistic bristleback. Dinotomation. It's a dinosaur gnome. It's an interesting concept. Relic's Roar. We have Rampaging Spike Tail. Merfolk Cave Diver. Glow Camp Lantern. That seems very packed. Scout. This is literally the same pack. Idol of the Deep King. That's different. Restless Vents, which is it's a tap land. So that's a good land. The tap lands are always good to get because they're worth a little bit more. This is like really weird. Join the Dead. Oh, we got a Rift Bolt. This is a reprint card from Time Spiral. Rift Bolt deals 3 damage to target creature or player. Suspend. Because that was a Time Spiral thing. Rather than play this card from your hand, you may pay a mountain and remove it for the game with a time count on it. At its beginning of your upkeep, remove a time counter. When you remove the last, play it without. So basically, it saves you 1 mana. It saves you 2 mana to play a Rift Bolt. Rift Bolt might be worth something. I doubt it. It's not one of the heavy-hitting reprinted cards. These packs are super weird. We have gotten no alternative art in any of them, which is super weird. We got only 1 rare. I don't understand these packs at all. Alright, there we go. Now we're starting to get something that's normal. An alternative art swamp. Okay. Compass Gnome. Hotfoot Gnome. I'm seeing some crazy stuff in there. Tinker's Tote. All-Tech Archaeologist. Captain Storm Cosmin Raider. We have Harvester Pilgrim. Gold Fury Strider. Zeotic Griff. Alright, here we go. That is an alternative art card. That is awesome. That's Urk Benbuck the Great Mistake. Jesus. Legendary creature, Skeleton Horror. Got Vigilance and Menace. Descend 8. Return it to the grave from your graveyard with a finality counter on it. Activate only if there are 8 or more permanent cards in your graveyard, and only has as a sorcery. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so this is what I was talking about. This is where we're getting like alternate arts, rares. Anima Pakala Thousand Sun Moon. Whenever you attack with 1 or more non-gnome creatures, put a +1/+1 counter on her. Then create X 1/1 colorless gnome artifact creature tokens that are tapped and attacking, where X is the number of +1. So that is crazy. So you can just farm tons of gnome tokens. That's pretty cool. We got another rare. Subterranean schooner. Whenever it attacks, target creature that crewed it this turn explores. And that is reveal the top card of your library, put that card into your hand if it's a land, otherwise put a +1/+1 counter on a creature, then put the card back or put it into a graveyard. Okay, and we got another alternative card from the reprint list, which is Pawn of Olamog. He's a vampire shaman. Whenever Pawn of Olamog or another non-token creature you control is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, you may put a 0/1 colorless Eldrazi spawn creature token. Oh, that's actually good for an Eldrazi deck. Onto the battlefield. That can sacrifice for mana. And then this is our art card that we got in that pack. All right, last pack. Let's see if the magic can happen. So that is more typical of a set booster pack. As you can see, we've got no Jurassic World cards, which saddens me. I'm going to move these because I realized I didn't do any of... Well, you guys are seeing it all on camera, but... Jesus. Let's see what we get. Let's see what the world is going to bring us. All right. Promising Veil. Deep Goblin Skull Taker. Which is odd. Skullcap Snail. Primordial Gnaw. Deathcap. What the hell? Marionette. Fungus. Brewdrag McCoy. Zawa Lavatongue, which we got him before. Zawa's Justice. Spyglass Siren. Grasping Shadows. Oh, we got another tap land. Not terrible. Reckless Ridgeline. Oh, that's not good. Destructible Hammers are foil. We got terrible. All right, so these set booster packs were not good. We definitely did not get value in them. We didn't even get an epic. I mean, maybe the lands are worth something, but the tap lands. But this was pretty bad. Yeah, we didn't get... I mean, we got the reprint cards, which are always fun to get. So maybe... I mean, sometimes I've gotten lucky where these are my money. They're like the big hits. But yeah, I mean, the alternate land Swamp. That's cool. I like the way they did the lands in this set. Yeah, this was kind of doo-doo. This was not good. I feel like with the magic cards, it's a hit or miss. So that was not good. They were not good cards. So that was pretty disappointing. The Lorcana hits we got were much better than our magic hits, and no Jurassic World cards. I only bought them for the Jurassic World cards because I'm a huge Jurassic World fan, or Jurassic Park fan, I should say. It has stuff from both. So that was intriguing. But anyway, because I promised, well, not because I promised, we should be doing model stuff. I think it's kind of fun to do just a retrospect of what I got. Like I said, I'm sorry the Dwarven kit didn't come, but I will tell you a humorous story about it, because as I am recording this, it is no longer my birthday. We actually started this stream on my birthday. Or maybe today is my birthday. Who knows? the mysteries continue. But yeah, this is so I told people the last stream that my birthday happens close to Christmas, but I know that some of my birthday gifts are going to be delayed. The Dwarven kit was one of them. So for the model side of things, this is the only model thing I got. So I got some more Marvel Crisis Protocol stuff. Older model kit, Loki and Helena, or Hela. Happy to get it because I want those characters because I love them. But yeah, so not anything Warhammer related. There is supposed to be some Warhammer stuff coming, but unfortunately just not there yet. So I thought we'd continue working on my Orc Marines, painting that up. And then I also, oh, that's funny. Well, then, you know what? If you also play that, then I'm going to do some model building of those guys. So for Christmas, which I did in the previous video, I did also get this kit, which I do want to build. So maybe we will do a little building of that, and we'll also do... yeah, I wanna do some building because this will finish off because I did get Ursa Major and Red Guardian. Dormammu Hulk. That's really mean. I know you said that, but that is I gotta get something to drink because my voice is losing me. Oh man. All right, sorry guys, we're gonna get started. I'm having a momentary crisis because I'm not getting sick, but I am still coming off stuff, and it's just been a tough couple days. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about why things are delayed, why things are the way they are. But anyway, so yeah, what I was saying was I got the other model kit, and I do want to use these guys. So we're gonna be doing a multiverse custom campaign where we're gonna use Marvel Crisis Protocol rules per se, or for the most part. But I'm gonna have a multiverse battle. So the idea is that we're gonna see Star Wars in the campaign, Dragon Ball in the campaign. My Space Orcs from Warhammer are gonna make an appearance in the campaign. Lots of other surprises, but just this like merging of all of these different universes. Because Marvel's delved into the multiverse, so I've been wanting to do this campaign forever. My play group kind of fell apart in the sense that we took a break and moved off to other things, but I'm retrieving them all back. And I've been planning this out, so I'm building all the different models, painting it, doing all stuff. It's a lot of custom stuff and a lot of custom rules, but it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm going to also be doing custom maps, other things. So we're going to have fun. But yeah, so I want to build these guys because I want to have that team show up. Not that they're an alternate dimensional team, but I just think it would be kind of funny if maybe they have to fight like Star Wars characters and other characters, because I think that'd be just kind of fun. So it's funny. A lot of my Christmas and birthday was about getting things for some of our next steps. And then of course the dwarves, which were from Cities of Sigmar, are because they are releasing all the old world stuff. So I want to get a lot of things that are more traditional fantasy so that I can have some fun, either narrative or play. Definitely play the old world because I want to cover the old world stuff when it comes out. Anyway, without further ado, let's jump and go for it. Now, for people that don't know these characters, well, most people, if I say Red Guardian now, they'll know what that is. But Ursa Major and Crimson Dynamo and Dark Star. Most people don't know who those characters are, but in the comic books, who they are and what they are is that they are basically Russian versions. So Russia tries to make their own Avengers, essentially, and this is what they came up with. So Crimson Dynamo is supposed to be like the Russian version of Iron Man. Dark Star is supposed to be like the Russian, which is kind of weird to say it because it's kind of funny, but it's like the Russian version of Scarlet Witch. And what is it? Red Guardian, as we know from this, if you watch the Scarlet Witch movie, the Black Widow movie, is supposed to be the Russian version of Captain America, and Ursa Major is supposed to be the Russian version of the Hulk, but instead of turning into a Hulk, he turns into a giant bear. So it's like their versions of doing like experiments to try to make these characters. All right, let's see what we got inside of this box of goodness right here. I know every time somebody says Dormammu, now I just think of I've come to bargain. Which I cannot wait for more Doctor Strange movies. On that note. And just if you were wondering, Winter Guard is what they were called. So that is the team, because they give you the team card. Because they are an affiliated team. You play with them together. Oh, that's kind of interesting and funny. Because they 100% have another member of the team that they don't have a model for yet. But he is another member of the team. That's pretty funny. But these are their affiliated cards. So let's see. Which ones are affiliated and unaffiliated? So unaffiliated. So this is the Winter Guard. Affiliated card. During the power phase, any number of allied Winter Guard characters may spend any number of power to play this card. If 6 or more power was spent to play this card, each time an allied character is damaged by an enemy effect. Yeah, I do remember they wanted to capture Magic and Colossus. Correct. They did. What was it? Okay. Allied character is damaged by an enemy effect this round. After the effect is resolved, another allied Winter Guard character may advance small movement towards the enemy character. Ooh, that's kind of good. So you get free movement out of it to get closer to them if they damage your characters. That's a pretty sick ability. I like that. And then these are unaffiliated. Dark Aura Manifestation. If I remember correctly, Dark Star's powers was like she tries to make you afraid. Like she uses her powers to, I think, create illusions to drive you insane. If I remember correctly. Which is why going back to the point of capturing magic, that became really crazy because she was able to like make her think she was going crazy. During the power phase, an allied dark star may spend 1 power to play this card. This round, the other characters within 3 of Dark Star roll 1 fewer defense die when defending against attacks. So she weakens their defenses. That's actually pretty cool. So can Darkstar be the only one that plays this? I don't remember now. I think so. Fusion Caster. Unaffiliated. During Crimson Dynamo's activation, so this is for Crimson Dynamo. He may spend 3 power to play this card. Crimson Dynamo may use this attack listed above once this activation. So you can only do it once. And it's B3 range. 7 dice you roll on this. Holy crap. When rolling additional dice for crit results, when rolling additional dice for crit results, during each attack, roll 2 additional dice instead of 1 for each crit. Oh my god. After each attack is resolved, this character suffers 1 wound for each. Oh, so he gets hurt for the crits. That's insane. That's really powerful. So it's like him breaking loose and like throwing his energy out there. That's crazy. He's like letting loose his like protective, play it safe kind of mentality. All right. Let's see what we got. Is this her damage side? That's her good side. So she costs 5 to put on your squad. How much does Crimson Dynamo cost? 6. So oof. So they're 11 together. Damn. I know what I'm talking about. That's health. Sorry, guys. My brain will catch up to me. 3 to put on your team. I'm like, that's way too high. 4 for Crimson Dynamo. That makes sense. You should be able to play with all 4 of them for most scenarios. Health is 5. Movement's medium. Threat is the... Yeah, I just... My brain wasn't catching up. So movement's medium, height is 2. Dice against strength attack 3. Dice against a mind attack 3. Oh no, force attack. What am I talking about? My god, I need to like I need to reset my brain because I'm saying all these things wrong. Alright, Dark Force Strike. So it's range 4, 5 dice, 0 to cast it, or to do it. After this attack is resolved, this character gains 1 power. This character may re-roll all of the attack dice for this attack. Ooh. Pretty good. Rendering Force. 7 power, range of 2, cost 3 power. 7 attack dice. Before choosing a target, this character chooses whether this attack type is... Ooh, that's always nice. When you can switch what attack type it is. That's really cool. Bleed. After this attack is resolved, the target character gains Bleed Special Condition. That's also good. Excuse me, guys. I'm sorry for the coughing. Dimensional Portal. Choose this character or another allied character within 3 and place them within 3 of its current position. Okay. A character can be placed by the superpower only once per turn. So what does that mean? So let's say somebody's 3 behind her, but you want to get them 3 in front of her. That could be a really good setup for an attack, or it could be a way for her to shift a character maybe in behind hindering or behind something so that you can defend them a little better. It's pretty cool. She had a little teleport power. She can fly, which means we don't have to calculate height. So she can just fly on top of things. When this character or an allied character within 3 is targeted by a physical attack or a force attack, this character may use the superpower, and add 2 dice to the defense roll against attack. This character or the allied character cannot be advanced, pushed, or placed by the effect of this attack. Ooh. That's really cool. Does anything change on her? No. Nothing changes on her bad side. Most characters don't have things change. There's only a few characters in the game that they actually get different on their other side. They sometimes add powers. But all of this is the same. I don't usually read the cards out anymore. I stopped doing that. Oh my god, he has so many powers. Jesus Christ. He's got 6 health. He's got small movement. Really? He has S movement. It's not small movement. Height is 3, so he's slightly taller than her. He's better on the physical side. So he's higher up on defense on more things because of his armor. Electric Blast. For each attack, after each attack is resolved, this character gains 1 power. Shock. After this attack is resolved, the target character gains the Shock special condition. And it's B4 for the range. 5 attack, 0. Homing rockets. This attack ignores line of sight. Already love it. And the defending character does not benefit from cover. Oof. Explosive. Before damage is dealt, other enemy characters within 2 of the target character suffer 1 damage. Very nice. That's a special ability. And it's an affiliation, so you have to have a theme team for that ability to work. Because it's a leader ability. At the start of an allied character's activation, it may remove 1 special condition. That's awesome. When an allied character is contesting a secured objective and would be pushed, you may roll a die. On a crit, wild, or hit. No, that's a defense. Result, it is not pushed. Overcharge capacitors. You just gain 2 power. That's insane. Propulsion thrusts. Place this character within 2 of its current position. This superpower can only be used once per turn. So it's kind of like Leap with Hulk. It's a similar ability. He has a big leap ability that he can use once per turn. Reminds me a little bit of that, just not as far. Disruption field. When this character or another allied character is targeted by an enemy attack and the enemy is within 3 of this character, it may use this superpower. The character may re-roll up to 2 of the attack dice. That's pretty good. Carbonium matrix alloy. When this character would suffer damage from an enemy effect, reduce the amount suffered by 1 to a minimum of 1. He also flies. And nothing changes on his bad side. Like I said, I don't normally read the cards anymore, but I will. Reminder also for all my Marvel Crisis Protocol folks out there, these are the first season cards. They have already updated the rules for these. You can buy a card pack which gives you all the updated rules for all the characters. It's actually one of the things I love about this game that they did, which is not remaking models. So in the world of GW or the world of other model companies, they would redo the models to make you buy different models to get different characters. Marvel Crisis Protocol did not do that to people. by all means, you can do that. But you can also buy the updated card pack. So every year they come out with an updated rule pack. So you can just sub out or switch out the card to play the most updated rules if you're playing with the most updated rules. So even the new box set that came out with newer models, there are ways you can still buy the cards to get the rule set, and then you could just make proxies for certain things. Because like Ultron would be a great example, because he gets, in the new box set, they give Ultron the henchman mechanic, or the, you know, like the like Nick Fury has, and he has the generic shield agents, and Elektra has the Black Hand people. They give you that ability in this as well. So I love that about the game, that you just buy updated cards and not have to buy models. And not to say, which I want to just take that statement back, that other companies like GW does do that, because they also do release this season compendium that like changes all the pricing of units and things like that. But they have on occasion released a new line of models to you know, to reintroduce a whole squad of people. Now, most people out there might be going like, why are you not going to check out the assembly? For the most part, I've built so many of these models at this point that if you've built, I would say, at least 10 to 12 of these, they all relatively build the same way, and the assembly instructions are kind of printed the same way, which to me is a testament to the folks that design these models, because they do such a good job that I don't have to read. Biker, what's up, man? All is good. I'm building. I'm just continuing. So I have bad news that as I was telling others on the stream already, but so I didn't finish my whole birthday kind of story, but so it is my quote unquote birthday weekend, but unfortunately a lot of family members of mine, myself not included, got a visit from the COVID fairy this holiday season. So it kind of put a damper on the celebrating. So I thought I would have had all of my models and gifts that I would have gotten, but right now some of them are delayed, some of them I'm not going to get yet. So the original thing I wanted to work on, which was my Cities of Sigmar Dwarven units, thank you. So yeah, so the Dwarven units I was going to work on didn't come. So I did get some gifts. We actually just opened up a ton of Floodborne packs and Lorcana stuff, which is part of it. A lot of my friends have gotten COVID as well in the last couple of days. Yeah, it's going back around. So we did get some more Marvel Crisis Protocol model kits. I figured I would work on one of the ones from Christmas because, as we talked about in our last stream, Crimson Dynamo and the Dark... I keep forgetting her name. You would think that I would remember it by now. And Dark Star are going to be in our custom campaign, so I want to get their models done. So I figured it would be a good opportunity to do some building of those, and we'll just jump over to painting some Spaceworks as well, or I might just do the model building tonight. So I do apologize to anyone that's watching that, because I know I get a lot of flack sometimes because people kind of jump on the stream and they're like, you're in the Warhammer thing, but you're not painting Warhammer. And I was gonna, and first thing I'll tell you is that I am not alone in that category. There are so many people that use the Warhammer tag, and they are not doing Warhammer stuff. So before you all want to jump and kill me, that's the truth there. And then second, I would love to have a different category for Marvel Crisis Protocol, but Atomic Mass Games doesn't make their they don't make it public. I agree. I like Biker. I like how you think, man. I just know, again, I don't think it happens that often anymore, but I've had a couple of streams where people are like, "Oh, well, you're not painting, you know, you're not painting the Warhammer stuff." So it's like, so I had, you know, the typical trolley kind of people. That's cool. Ah, no. Crimson Dynamo, your legs. Your beautiful legs. Because Twitch could not give an iota or care about this category. Yeah, it's true. Well, I'm hoping to change that. Now, I want to do a lot of dynamic stuff on here, so the big thing that I'm going to start to do too is, and I know that Biker heard me talk about this. What if you're making a custom army with the models they don't have? Well, that's the truth. That's the truth. Yeah, well, like, a good example is, that's what I was going to say about this, is that Atomic Mass Games. So what they've done, Atomic Mass Games, is they have a Twitch handle, but it's their personal handle. It's a private handle. So they can go on the category, but they haven't made it open to the public, which, by the way, I think as a company, I don't know why you would do that. It would be so much to your advantage to have people painting and building your stuff and using your you know, your tag on Twitch. So why would you not want people to do that? It's also I've said it before about Mantic Games, which I love Mantic Games a lot, but I'm like, why wouldn't you want to have a tag on Twitch? I'm assuming it costs money to have a tag, which is probably why they don't want to do it. But because, like, you know, in most cases, money is the generic reason. And I love this. Like, so I'm not downloading the assembly instructions. I don't want to, like, go over, because I feel like this is going to piss off all the Warhammer people. But, like, I love when you assemble Marvel Crisis Protocol models. They have different pegs for different parts. So it's, like, impossible for you to glue the wrong thing onto the wrong place. So, like, I'm not using any assembly instructions, but I'm still assembling this model. And I love that about how they build their models. I wish that Warhammer would do stuff like this. The reason they don't do stuff like this is because it would be printable. So when you make models that are assembled like this, they are easier to print. Yeah, I mean, I personally I can put together most models myself also without looking at the instructions. I will say with Warhammer stuff, I do struggle sometimes a little bit. More so with the newer models, because like the newer models, what they do is they'll put like, a foot connected to a tree that then is like, it's like this bullshit where it's like a quarter of the body is inside of this tree, and then like you have to like put these three pieces together, and then all of a sudden it becomes the person. And that's part of, like I said, because they want to make models that are hard to replicate versus their more old-fashioned models that were constructed more like this, where it was like the torso, the arms, the legs, and that also made it really easy for people who want to kit bash to convert for weapons, right? So it was like so much easier to convert models because it was just all modular, so you could just like edit it and put it together. And with the advancement of 3D printing, then people were able to print bits that went on top, and they could actually like make the model they were looking to make. But GW doesn't like that, because then you're not buying Forge World bits or some other thing, Which, don't get me started on Forge World. I hate Forge World models. Talk about one of the biggest like scams, in my opinion, for like a model company, because I see these people, and the third printing and the 3D printing war is the same effectiveness as Australia versus the emus. That's pretty funny. I love that. That's awesome. Well said. Well said. See, I told you I'm gonna piss off all the GW people, because it's like, bro, listen, like I get it. Like I've been playing these games for a long time. I've been playing all of this stuff for a long time, but I'm not gonna sit there. Do these go on the arms? They look like they should. I've been buying this stuff for a long time, and there is no one on this there. See, I told you, there is no. That's why I love this company. There's no way for me to put this on the wrong arm. Yeah, I've been buying this stuff for a really long time, and so like there's just no. I don't understand why. Like every other company on the market has like really done, I think, good moves when it comes to like 3D printing stuff. But GW is just like so against it. It's like they're so against it. And I'm like, why? Just like embrace the community. Embrace the community, let them do it. Not really, though. That's not true. That's not true. Not to disagree, but because Warcry is alternate activations, they did it for Warcry, so they do understand that it is a way to do things. That's another thing about Marvel Crisis Protocol that I agree with you that I like. I like alternate activations much better, but I do think that alternate activations, just to kind of piggyback on the point, works better when it is a small skirmish game than it does for a larger scale skirmish game. So I think for Marvel Crisis Protocol, it works very well because obviously a force in this game is smaller. So where I do agree that I like it better, I do think that it has its place. But I agree with you, because I will say, in the world, you know, while we're on the subject of that concept, alternate activations, I do think that it's better, but it does have, like I said, its place. So because I have had that moment, I don't know who else here has had that moment of playing a game of Warhammer and like the person just annihilates you because you literally didn't get enough chance to actually like respond to anything, because they literally just like took out tons of your units on their turn. So like that is that is the inevitable problem with all and spent a lot of money on stuff from Warcry I missed out on. That's okay. You only live once, right? And honestly, if you don't buy it now, GW might just take it off the shelf. So remember. Well, I mean, in this case, they did take it off the shelf, which is why you bought it. But you know, I totally get it. I'm just gonna let him be on the base for a minute, and I'll put his hands on. What's up? I didn't read that. I think my peak GW moment was when they hit people with the, remember 20 years ago, your favorite bike squad, you can use them as Outriders now. It wasn't all from GW, because a lot of that stuff you can't buy no more, so I had to find it all over. Yeah. I agree on both points. Well, I mean, I talked about it on last stream, but like, if we really like add up GW moments, like they canceled Fantasy. They canceled the whole line of their stuff, and it was like, they canceled Fantasy, and then they were like, all because they wanted, like we talked about, they wanted to have control of their IP. Even though, like, there were definitely people playing it, there were definitely people that liked it, there were definitely people that wanted it. I mean, people wanted it so bad. Hey, what's up? So sorry that you're coming to our stream a little later, but I'm working on some of my Christmas/birthday presents. How's the Disney card collection going? It's going good. I'm gonna let that dry for a sec, but we opened up a ton of Floodborne packs and a ton of Chapter 1 packs. And here, I'll show you really quick the pulls. So for Floodborne, I loved that happened as mainstream video took place to bring people to the game. Lots of laughs. So yeah, so we did Floodborne packs. I got a Cinderella, That was a super awesome epic pull because that's a $40 card. I also got a Bell pull. We actually got two. Do you also play the Disney Cardboard Addiction? Lots of laughs. Oh yeah. He does. I believe he does, or at least I think he's like a lot of us. He collects the cards too. But yeah, I got a Cinderella. I got a Beast. Well, see, this is pretty awesome. We got Belle as an archer. So, as I said before, with the with Lorcana, we have those reimagined characters. So these are all like reimagined Disney characters. I got two Cinderellas, which is dope. We got a foiled Queen. So these are not as dope. But we got actually quite a few epics. I hate the fact that I got two Lady Tremaines. And we started a Mickey, another Cindy, which makes a full set of Cindys. So we got quite a few really cool cards. So the Beast was the best pull out of our Floodborn packs. And sorry that I'm showing yesterday's cards. I'm showing yesterday's cards and today's, but I mean, Whole New World was a good pack. The Tink is a really good pull from today. Lilo used to be a good pull from yesterday's packs, but Let It Go wasn't bad. So you can kind of see some of the stuff we've been pulling. This is actually old pulls that we were talking about. And now what I'm building is I'm building the Crimson Dynamo, which you actually saw from the Christmas haul of models, which was a lot more stuff. And I was saying to everybody on the stream that unfortunately... Oh, thanks for following, my man. My alerts actually worked. That means you're blessed. You should play the lotto. Yeah, so I'm building the Marvel Crisis Protocol guys that I got from the Christmas haul. So this is Crimson Dynamo we just finished. I'm gonna jump back in and paint some more on my Space Orcs, I think. We'll build Dark Star probably in a minute, but I'm gonna jump back to painting some good old Orc Marines. Yeah, the Goblin. What I was gonna say was, so unfortunately, although this is called Birthday Haul, I did get more Lorcana stuff, and then I only got this one Marvel Crisis Protocol model kit. Which we will build, which is Helena and Loki, which is pretty cool. More so if you guys are good spires of comic book stuff, you'll notice that is actually Agent Loki. It's actually when Loki becomes a good guy, funny enough, or sort of a good guy. Similar to the Loki we meet in the Loki TV show. Not the same comic line, though, but it's similar character. We meet him in that show, actually. But he's based on a different pull, different comic line. That Helena base looks the same as the one you just stuck on the model on. Yeah. So when Marvel Crisis Protocol came out, and true to this day, they unfortunately always send you the same bases. So I love this company because they send you. So this is how they send you bases in these model kits. I love the bases because they're sculpted bases, but they're always the same for small bases. And they're always the same to large bases. And then there's a larger base from this one. But they're always the same. And what I love about this company is they don't waste any sprue space. They give you little donuts and bottles and cups to put on the bases so it looks like there's rubble there and stuff because they're fighting. But like literally every model they've ever made, they've always used these bases. But they give you extra ones, so that's always good for like a custom model guy like myself, and also I was gonna say Biker, I'm going to guess, also does this too. But it's nice to get extra bases because I've gotten plenty of like Etsy models and other models out there that I use those bases to base them. And then you can, and it's nice and sculpted, and then you can put other stuff on top of it and kind of customize it. Versus like GW, which GW gives you a very plain white base, right? Or not white, but black. It's just a flat base. It's got nothing on it. You got to fully customize it, fully do stuff to it. In fact, if you notice, maybe if you guys have a keen eye, I actually used the Marvel Crisis Protocol base for one of my orcs that I fully painted. So this is the Space Orc troop that I'm working on. But I actually... but I actually use the Marvel Crisis Protocol base because since these guys are based in the 40k universe and a more modern setting, I figured if I customize that, I can make it look like a ship hull, or I can make it look like other stuff. So it did, in fact, come in handy in that project. So I do use them from time to time for stuff like that. But it is really handy because you have like custom bases. But I do wish maybe through some of the characters I would have appreciated it if they maybe diversified them a little bit. Like if I was getting a Guardians character, it would have been nice to have space bases. They did later do other bases, and like I think they have a kit that has like space rubble and space bases, but it just would have been nice if they did it. But I think that's more like debris, like terrain for the board, if I'm not mistaken. Can I post a link for you? Check out. You might like some of their bases. Yeah. You could post Biker, you got the Discord, right? Let me put a link back up. Oh, you can put it in the chat too. That's fine. Yeah, I'm okay with links in chat. But if you want to do like links of work and stuff, I actually love it when people use the Discord for that. But what is that? Dark Art Miniatures. Ooh. Imperial Palace. Let's see what they got. Ooh. Okay. I feel like I've heard of them before. Yeah, please. Post that in the Discord too. Let me post a link into it. Yeah, I like them. I like their stuff. Yeah, anything you have for stuff like that in the Discord, you could do that in share painting or general too. Yeah. Sorry guys, I took a break for a minute. I'm also noticing that my brush is doing weird stuff, so hopefully it's not that's the link to the Discord. So for anybody that's in the stream, if you want to jump on our Discord and become part of that community, I will level with everybody that I am trying to build that. So the more you guys can post, I'm trying to post more news and stuff on there. So please do your best. But you can totally join that as well. And eventually, it's not going to happen right now, but eventually I'm going to be putting we're going to have some Patreon linked content to the Discord. So my goal is to do a Patreon only show for Patreon members where we do critiques and model reviews. So You guys will be able to post projects that you're working on, and I'll be able to give you guys painting pointers and tips, and kind of give critique on some of the things I might try or think about in your model projects. And there'll be other stuff on the Discord that I'll be offering too. I posted Discord so others can check it out. Thank you so much. That is cool. So what I'm doing now is I'm just taking the Terminator suit and I'm just painting some of the infrastructure bars and stuff. So for folks that are joining us, so you can take a look at the front. This is in fact a space orc. I kit bashed the new Leviathan Terminators with orc parts. So the storyline for these guys is essentially that they ambushed a bunch of Space Marines, stole all their stuff, and they're now basically using it for piracy, as many orcs do. So what this was inspired out of is, for anyone... You're very welcome, Times Soft Traveler. Yes, here, I'll show you really quick. I know I do this every model. You literally can't make a bad story for them. Oh yeah, no, absolutely. So here, I'll show you. So we have, this is the Terminator. I made a whole squad of Terminators, which we're going to be painting up and doing. So if you want to see more of this project, definitely make sure that you follow the channel and sign up for notifications. But this is the normal troop. And for my veteran 40k players out there, you'll know right away that I 100% literally stole. So if you remember White Dwarf from the olden days when Space Marines were introduced, damn, orcs getting into Termi armor, getting good bits. That's right. So if you remember old White Wolf, Jesus, that's Vampire the Eternal Struggle, or Masquerade, or White Dwarf is what I meant to say. You'll remember that when they first released Space Marines, they had very colored armor like this, but of course orcs would also color their armor like that, yellow, orange, red. So we have our normal troop, and you can see they've run additional wiring to try to make all this stuff work. We got our Terminators, but this is what I'm super proud of, because if you all remember, in the Leviathan box, it comes with a Dreadnought for the Space Marines. Well, this is what I did to the Dreadnought. So I thought, I still own all of my armies from the 80s. I legit have retro Marines done in comic book colors. There you go. So you know exactly where I was coming from. So what I did to the Dreadnought is I said, what would they do? And I'm like, I want to create a really cool character. So the character I created is, yes, that is a Gretchen, although it is an AOS goblin. But we know that the goblins from AOS are really just Gretchen in the future. It is a Gretchen that has now been hardwired into the Dreadnought, so they are one. The Gretchen and the Dreadnought can never be separated. I did an extra battery and wiring on the top. You can see that they painted it to look like essentially this really weird Killacan. Because I thought about that. I'm like, let's just do a Killacan, right? So let's do the crazy mechanized stuff that they would do, but they basically just took the Dreadnought and repurposed it. I'm a huge fan of orcs, own a couple of armies worth. So you can see they just went to town. Of course, gotta have, if you're gonna have traditional orcs, gotta have the checkered. That's awesome. Yeah, and then I made them put teeth on it. All squigs. Yeah, so you can see, and the idea is I wanted it to look like they literally took spray paint to the thing and super painted it, painted over the signets, painted everything. Oh, I love the AOS orcs too. I'm a huge fan of what they've done with them. I think they did a really, really good job with them. There is no setting in which orcs aren't either my favorite or top 3. You guys are awesome. I am a super duper orc player. Now, the other reason I made these guys is I do eventually want to play Gorka Morka, and I want to use this squad for Gorka Morka, or at least the storyline for Gorka Morka, where they're going through the galaxy grabbing everything. Because I think that would be super cool, super awesome. I gotta show you the bringer of Daka then. Oh my god. Alright, let's go, man. I love it. I love orc players. I love folks that love orcs. Because I always, even from my fantasy days, I was always an orc and goblin player. For all that stuff. Even in Blood Bowl, I love playing orcs in Blood Bowl. Since they were like one of the 2 teams you got in the box for Blood Bowl. I was gonna say, who here is a Blood Bowl player for GW stuff? I was gonna say, for my custom kit bashing people, I would have thought. I feel like if you're a kit basher or a model basher, or you like doing custom stuff, it's like a must. So technically, I'm fielding a Goth Rocker. Oh, I've painted him. I painted him on a previous stream. And I did him very, very much like... I don't know. I didn't see yours yet, but I did mine as like an 80s punk rocker. All right, let me pop that up. And actually, while I'm popping that up, oh, I probably don't have this set up. Okay, I don't have that set up on my new thing. I never got into Blood Bowl in minis. I only was going to get a box of Skaven to kit bash from the AOS models. Okay, that's interesting, bro. Blood Bowl is a lot of fun. I would totally recommend playing Blood Bowl. Oh my god. That thing is glorious. Holy crap, bro. That's insane. So I'm assuming you 3D printed. The model you've painted isn't even as his toe. No, I know that. I could tell. I know the scale because I know the scale of what you're doing. I'm sorry that I don't have it set up. I'll have it set up by next stream. I changed my rigging for my loadout, and it doesn't have my yeah, here, I was gonna say, this is not part of the Christmas haul. But if you want to see us, I'm going to be doing a series where I build these guys up. But this is the vampire team, which, by the way, they haven't had a vampire team in forever for Blood Bowl. But I love these models. They're insane. And the vampire team is really cool because since they are all vampires, they have like hypnosis. They have like all kinds of crazy... Like, look at these models. They're insane. Like, I love all of the characters. And I just love the tongue-in-cheek humor of Blood Bowl. It was always a lot of fun. I was going to say, I think I have... Do I have them in here? at some point. Oh yeah, there they are. Oh, no, that's not what I want to show. Like, who could not love a game? Love a game of, quote, fantasy football. So characters playing football. Who wouldn't love a game where your team is all snotlings that are like goblins on stilts against like vampires and ogres, and you're supposed to like compete on the same playing field as these people, and you're on like tiny boulders that have faces and mushrooms. Like, I love Blood Bowl. I love Blood Bowl because it's insane. The logic of this game is insane. It makes no sense. Their star players are insane. I've actually done a lot of custom star players for my teams, and that's the thing that I love about Blood Bowl also, is that it's a game that really lends itself to kit bashing, because there are legitimately models that they have. There are models they literally have not released. So you can like have a team, and like half your team isn't released yet, or the star players are not released, or, you know, and now they've started to only release star players on Forge World. So it's actually harder for a lot of us to buy those pieces. And they're, of course, a lot more expensive. So people resort to kit bashing a lot for Blood Bowl. Which I love, because then you get very unique teams that pop up. One of my teams is actually called the Santa Enforcers. So I actually painted the entire team with Christmas armor. So all their armor pieces are candy cane striped. The team's colors are green and red. And I tried to make all the snotlings look like elves. So all the little tiny goblins look like little tiny goblin elves, because the rest of the team, for that team, it is a Bubble never appealed to me, but the game is hilarious. Yeah, because that team is the ogre team. Watching that game being played is far more enjoyable. I agree. That's what got me into the game. I went and watched people playing it, and it just looked like so much fun. Now, when I say that I play Blood Bowl, I want to also preface that Blood Bowl is one of the most... So I play it. It is one of the most frustrating games to play. Because, as you said, the reason that it is super entertaining to watch people play it is because it is a wonderful game. It is a wonderful game where everything boils down to where everything boils down to a 50% chance of it happening. Sorry, I should have prefaced that with more enjoyable than some 40k games. Top level events are still really good. Oh, I agree. But yeah, Blood Bowl, like the majority of what you're playing, you will get usually your best chance at 50%. So like most of the time you're deciding between essentially what is the most sure thing that can happen. And majority of the time you're doing Hail Mary 50% predictability that you might actually roll what you need to make what you want to have happen. Which makes the games insane and fun. I might get into it. I've just been looking, so might get the human team and paint them up like the Dallas Cowboys. If I could suggest, really look at the other teams. Not to say that humans are not fun to play, but humans are kind of, they are a little bit on the vanilla side when it comes to Blood Bowl. So I would like really look at the other teams that are out there. Must be super late for you as it is 7 a.m. for me. It is. But you know what? I think you guys are enjoying, so I'm gonna keep going. Traditionally, I'm gonna probably starting my streams in the 11 o'clock time for me. I'm in the States. So I'm assuming for a lot of you guys that are watching, you might be overseas. I know UK for some of you. I feel like Australia might be for some others. So I do apologize that I might not be on all the time, but to be fair, oh yeah, I'm on the East Coast, correct, just for time zones. So you're 5 hours behind us. Yes, that is correct. If you are hailing from the UK, then that is correct. Well, UK maybe closer to London, I think, but that might just be all of England. I don't know if it's big enough where the time zone will change, but so I don't want to show my ignorance, but which I have to say, the whole of the UK is the same time zone. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. See, that's why I said I didn't want to appear to be ignorant, but I have achieved it nonetheless. No, I'm kidding. I know I didn't. I actually had a lot of fun going to it. I really enjoy the UK, specifically London, because that is where I have been. And I would love to go back there at some point. Especially because it's the home of a tricky Time Lord that I'm a big fan of. I wouldn't less. And I live here. Okay. Well, it's a lot different than when I went. Spain is 1 hour in front of us. I play games with most in the States. Okay. That's cool. Really, nobody cared about my Time Lord joke. That's funny. I talk about anything on my stream, so I'm a geek of like every color. Sorry, I missed it. My bad. Now, believe me, it wasn't a good joke, so it's probably better that you missed it. No, I said I do like the UK, and I'd like to go back there because it's the home of a tricky Time Lord that I'm quite acquainted with. That was my joke. Did you hear about the circus that caught on fire? That's funny. Apparently. Oh, that's funny. I love Doctor Who. I've always loved Doctor Who. I'm here all week. Well, please come to all of our streams all week because I'm loving this. No, I've been a huge Doctor Who fan. In fact, I might confirm nor deny that in our custom campaign, will the Doctor be making an appearance? I don't know. Because funny enough, and a lot of folks may or may not know this, but a lot of people may not know that the Doctor was actually is. Have you seen the new ones? I have seen the new ones. I very much enjoyed them. It made me actually be so happy that we have like gotten back to what I would consider like back on track Who. You know, it's like I think, you know, I was a fan of Stephen Moffat as a writer on Doctor Who. But I don't know, there's just something about Russell T Davies, to me, just really gets Doctor Who. He gets the classic Doctor Who and just what Doctor Who is supposed to be and the energy of it. Most people like it more in the States than the UK. I can see that. I mean, well, because it's also... So, I think that the last Doctor, Jodie Whittaker, and this new Doctor, they're... Well, see, that's tough, because the UK, there's different social cues, right, for what they're going for, and obviously, I applaud the show for trying to break down walls and try to make things a little bit more most people... Okay, wait a minute. I'm losing it. I mean, I hate Doctor Who. Okay. That's okay if you don't like Doctor Who. I also like Big Bang Theory, so. I'm a man of many geekdoms and fandoms, so which is why for me, I always was like, You know, I always said the same thing to people. I was like what you like, you know, don't. It's okay. What do we got? American comedy is, yeah, I could see that. It is a good show. People in the UK like more American shows than British shows, but for me, if it's good for me, I watch it. American humor is great. Always starts with the underdog coming out on top. That's true. That's true. I never thought of it that way. That's actually a really good social difference. Like Forrest Gump, the water boy. You know, that's an interesting. I'm so glad that you put it in that context because I never thought of it that way. And that gives me a good social cue, like difference, which English humor is the underdog getting wrecked throughout. That's true though. See, and it's funny because I like a lot of. So for me, I'm gonna date myself because a lot of the British humor, a lot of the British shows that I like are older British shows because I grew up watching, you know, a lot of older shows that are British shows. Like well, I mean, I'm gonna guess, although it does fit that same format, I'm gonna guess that you guys are probably not including stuff like Faulty Towers and definitely not like Monty Python's Flying Circus and things like that, because that was more like going after the more affluent people. But English humor is and never becomes the hero. Like Only Fools and Horses, they never become millionaires. Less. It ends with them losing everything. Oh, really? Basil Fawlty in the hotel, Fawlty Towers, is near where you are. That's awesome. I would go like visit that hotel. Because I want to see if John Cleese, like, because I feel like Basil Fawlty, the character, was based off someone in his life. I don't think it was based off of like potentially a person who works at that hotel or the manager of a hotel. I think it was based on some more personal connection that he had. I don't remember. It's been a while since I watched his. Yeah, they stayed at the hotel down near me. Oh, so it is actually. Hold on, wait. Okay, I need to read that. I want to finish this gold sword, and then I will read that. Yeah, they stayed at the hotel down near me, seafront, and the hotel manager was really rude, so they made a show on him. Oh wow, so it really is based off of that. That's crazy. So it's Basil Fawlty is really based off of a real hotel manager that was terrible. Things you learn. Look at that. See, all my British references are going to be so dated. Even in The Big Bang Theory, Sheldon ends up getting his Nobel Prize. Yeah. I've been in the house so much. Had to stay there a lot when we done gigs. Okay. That's crazy. That's like super. It's just crazy to me that it's actually based on a real human being. That's nuts. And now, besides him being like super rude, do you feel like he really like embodies Basil Fawlty like very very much, or you feel like it's just the rudeness that they've captured? That's insane. Basil Fawlty. And by the way, thank you guys for coming back and watching some more. I think it's awesome that you've spent so much time with us. It means a lot to me. I hope the same content that you liked when you came the first time, I'm providing more of it. Let me just keep going with the yellow. I kind of like this idea of like half yellow, half... I didn't do the other ones like this, but I kind of like this idea. Make sure I get everything really, because I have to come in with some other... Okay, my nan that knew the guy said it was spot on. Just like the real guy was more as the... Didn't do it. Oh, wow. Damn. I mean, that makes sense that he would be deceased. As much as that is sad. I gotta ask, jam first or cream on a scone? Oh my, this is awesome. I love it. Jam then cream, bro. Oh, this is like amazing. I love that I'm getting... It's like an exchange of I'm gonna do this hand red too, just the fingers. Are you sure? With the corner, oh my god, this is like a whole cultural thing I'm learning now. I love it. I love every minute of what's happening on my stream. I'm Not on camera. Haha, look at that. Sorry, guys. I just wanted to continue that because I did do like a normal size hand. Because he's got a power fist on one side, and then he's got the normal hand on the other side. So I wanted to. I just love it. I love that no one. I love that everyone has moved on from me, and now it's just like, how would you take your tea and jam, like tea and crumpets? Now we're like talking about tea and crumpets. I love it. Only on my streams does things like this happen. You're multitasking. I love it. I love this. I'm learning. It's a whole thing. This is so great. You know, it's funny. It's super late for me, but everybody talking about all this stuff is making me hungry now. Well, and thirsty because I'm a pretty big tea drinker, which is kind of funny. And I will say that I'm partial to English tea, so that's another very funny thing. Oh, the Nutella is coming out. I am also a fan of Nutella. So everyone's in agreement. Nutella for the win. Things that happen on painting streams. I love it. All right, I have a question. Out of everybody on the stream right now, because I know this is usually true, who is working on a painting project? I know it's very, very common, which is one of the reasons I never take silence from people that are watching as an insult anymore, because I realized almost like everybody is painting while I watch. Oh, you pronounce it Nutella. I pronounce it Nutella. Nutella is the proper way to say it. I'm American, so we say everything wrong, but that's what we contribute to the world. Your way of saying it is correct. Which I'm waiting to hear the, of course it's correct. I'm British. No. It's a very Monty Python. It's a very Monty Python flying circus kind of way of saying that. Reminds me of a skit. I'm not painting at the I've been sorting my painting area. No. What? Do you mean aluminium? That's funny. It's funny that out of the one words I was going to be asked, it was that one. That word has a special... Why do you get rid of the U? No, I say aluminum is the way I usually would say it. I made a joke because if so I have done work with Apple, which I can talk about now because I'm not there anymore. But if you ever watch a video of Jonathan Ives, who designed most of the original Apple products, he always says, he usually says aluminium. He always would say that, and I would laugh every time I heard that. Aluminium. So aluminum would be the way that I would normally say it, but I always heard it that way from those videos. Johnny Ives and his aluminium. And then when they made watches, it was fluoroelastomer. I'm realizing something. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I think we're gonna do a sit and talk soon because I think you guys just like talking, and I got enough stories. Talk is cheap, unless you're talking to a lawyer. Wait, what? Why are we talking? Why are we bringing up law or legal people? I'm so confused. I think I missed a comment. Oh no. Did I just throw silver on top of everything? No. I'm really confused. Why are we talking about? Is this involved in a conversation that of something I have put into the universe, or is this a hypothetical conversation you two are having? I'm so confused. Oh yeah, well it's their time. That's why. Because you're. Again, that is their equity. Their equity is their time. Their time and their research. And their expertise. Because you're talking to them and they're listening to and they're providing their expertise in a situation or matter. But you can get a lawyer. I mean, a lot of people don't realize this, but depending on like what your case is, you can get a lawyer to work for. You may be able to get them to do pro bono work because people don't realize it, but lawyers can write that off on their taxes, so they do sometimes agree to do pro bono work. And obviously, especially if your case is like a high-profile case, that would... Oh, sorry. I didn't know it was a joke. It takes guts to be an organ donor. Why do you say that? Okay, that I got. That's funny. You guys are crazy. Crazy, crazy. I like totally did. It's, you know what it is? It's that this is another thing I have to do for the stream. I have to make a better way for me to see all your comments, because I've realized I'm painting and I'm looking down at the model. Sorry guys, I heard a loud bang. Yeah, no, I have to do the same thing. What it is that I changed setups, and so I used to have the iPad in a spot that would totally make sense to see it, and then I changed setups and I changed kind of where I'm painting and my desk and everything. So for folks that have watched me, you probably have noticed it looks different. So I'm trying to work on better quality, better lighting, and just a much easier setup so I can just kind of jump in and paint when I want to. So because of that, I don't have the iPad set up yet. I'm working on how I'm gonna do that. So I'm just still trying to sort of figure that out. And I also want to get different cameras, so that may alter where and how I'm going to set things up. So, but I'm in the process of figuring out. Oh my god, that is such a bad joke. That is literally that thing took a part of my soul with me. That was rough right there, man. Rough. Probably going to pause painting soon. But I think we got a lot further. I don't know what you guys are thinking. So you can see now I added the silver bits. I'm going to repaint over that brown, so you can start to see that silver exoskeleton, because I really like that look. I think it's really cool. I did it on a and then obviously we're going to work on the power sword. I'm going to start working on shading a little bit more. I don't know why this is taking me a long time. I usually paint a lot faster than this. I think I said this last time. Oh, what? I was gonna say elaborate more on what you are speaking to. When you say gear, what do you mean? I'm assuming when you say gear, you mean cameras, lighting, that kind of stuff. But I'm curious. You've we're just setting it up and everything. Yeah, well the camera, I was gonna say most of the issue, or most of what I'm trying to do, I mean, obviously funds is the biggest issue to change some of my equipment, but Hopefully, if you guys continue to show up and we can get past that the affiliate hub, so it's not all. I got you. Well, I was gonna say, I hope from what you have watched so far, I hope I'm doing a decent job with the gear that I have, and it doesn't look totally like crazy what we're doing. I know it could probably be better, but cool. I mean, I try to do a lot, but like, for instance, what I want to do, so like right now, honestly, for folks that might be curious, I'm using my iPhone as my primary camera, with, you know, obviously with an arm and suspended, so I can get it down and down shots. So I did have a cam showing myself, but I don't know. I wanted to. I did do that, and I'm gonna be honest. I got like some negative connotations from people, and just like some really bad trolls that were like going after and doing stuff. So I kind of don't want to do that again. I don't think. I want to be a little bit more private with that. But what you see at the lower left-hand corner, which is that little goblin character, which you guys are going to start to meet him a little bit more on the channel, especially on our YouTube content, because I have some really fun things planned. I'm going to be doing, I think, an avatar with him. So I've been fooling around, because I drew that. I do commission artwork as well as commission painting. If you look at my website, you can check out my art and obviously my painting. More of my painting, which you guys are seeing in the flesh now. But that's my own character. I created him. That's my logo also, of course. But I'm going to be doing a virtual avatar. So in the future, you guys are going to see him move and do some cool stuff. So he will be my persona. I had to sort of teach myself how to make that. So that's why it took a little longer. Or I would have had it live already. And the reason behind that is I want to make a couple of different avatars so we can focus on a few different things. And I've actually created a few different ones for different occasions, for different types of focuses we might have as we progress. So, but if you look at some of my older videos, especially on my YouTube channel, you will see me. I am there, and yes, I usually did. Part of the reason I took the camera off was because right now, yeah, that's been the problem with the mod situation. But again, if we get a little further along and I can start to do this a little bit more full time, because I'm doing it kind of more part time right now, and just kind of when I can, I want to put those things in place, and I do have some people in mind for that. But first, I want to get us over the affiliate hub. I want to become affiliated, which I know is super easy to do on Twitch, and you guys have helped me so far do that, so I appreciate you guys coming back. Yeah, you just need to get more repeated people. That is the key. And my goal is to try to. Honestly, the only thing that I really. I just need more consistent viewers. That's it. So the average viewership just being over 3, which has gotten better in the last little bit, because I've actually changed my streaming schedule, and I will be changing it a little bit more and I've noticed it actually has been working really better, and happening better for me because I've done that. So, but that's it. I mean, we already have quite a lot of viewership. I'm already streaming enough per month. All of that jazz. So that's it. That's the big one. But like I said, it's been infinitely better. So. If you got a phone, you can use that. Yeah, I'm learning a lot about. So the two big learns that I had further on is streaming time, which I'm starting to do less streams but longer streams, which has helped a lot. And then also, and then like I said, it's just getting that consistency. So. But anyway, back to the model at hand. So I did orange for that. I'm gonna do blue. Yeah, I'm gonna do blue for all the rest of that. But I hear you. I know what you're trying to say. The biggest piece of equipment, actually, which maybe you can help me with on maybe the best place to get it or a more affordable way to get it, is honestly, like, I just want to get proper, like, rail rigging so I can hang everything down versus arms, which I'm using now. If you can, it can be done in 4 streams if you stream before 11 p.m. and finish at 2 a.m. next day. I did it in 4, so I kind of cheated the system because. Okay. Well, then it sounds like I'm going to be doing it because that's exactly what I moved to doing without even knowing that. So I tend to usually start at 11 a.m. And then I usually end around 2. And that's part of why I only do it on certain days, because I only do it on days where I have a later shift for my full-time gig. So it's funny that I'm going to achieve that just by doing a natural thought process of just how my life would work better. So thank you for confirming that. That's awesome. But I was going to say, if you know anybody that would find this content interesting, obviously show them along. And if you yourself who's watching this have not yet checked us out and have not followed us, please do. I typically stream at, as we were just talking about, 11 o'clock most nights. We're starting to divert our content a little bit. So I will be doing 40K painting, fantasy painting. This is our Spaceworks project, so this is where I took. When you go live, I will post you around my Discord groups. My community is very friendly and likes to help out where they can. Awesome. Thank you so much. Biker, you're like super cool. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, so we're gonna be working on the Spaceworks for a long time. And I have a whole. We got to do the rest of our Terminator unit. We're gonna do a full good job on the base of our Dreadnought. So we want to get all them done. And then I've talked about this project on the last stream, but I need to get a box of Gretchen, and we're gonna do some Gretchen using Space Marine parts. So and there is a independent story. Brits are super cool. I agree. one of my best friends is also from England. I enjoy him quite a bit, and we've had a lot of fun together. We have done. So speaking of, I know a lot of people. We were talking a little bit about Doctor Who and how British people are not as happy with the Who all the time. My best friend is American. That's funny. But yeah, no, he's a really good guy, and we've had a lot of fun. And I was lucky enough to even get some of my art published in one of his publications that was Doctor Who related. So that was super cool. That was like low end though. Yeah, that was like more tertiary stories with like some of the more so like more the unit characters and things like that, because a lot of those characters are easier to use in stories because they're not license wise, it's easier to use those characters versus like the Doctor and the TARDIS and all that stuff. You gotta pay more licensing fees for that stuff. Yeah, I was pretty stoked. I was like I was super happy when I was able to work on that. But I will be having an original story with these guys. Obviously, I'm going to refrain from using GW. And obviously I'm going to do my own character style of them. But that's going to be something that eventually we may be launching. I want to launch a couple things on Webtoons, so some web comics with some original stuff that I'm doing. But if you'd like, I will add you to a few of my friends' communities' Discords. You will know some of them. Okay. What are some of these communities? Can you tell me a little bit about them? Not to say I don't want to be added, I just am curious. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, that's cool. Thank you. It's awesome. I was gonna say, I don't know if for folks out there, one of my claim to fames that I always like talk about, that was like one of the craziest streaming stories that I think I will ever have. I just put some Tesseract glow on his like little light there, because I love that for my Necrons, because I am a Necron player. I'm sorry for everybody out there that might want to kill me now. I am that guy that likes to resurrect robots and make your life a living hell. If you're a 40k player. I'm sorry that my voice is like... My voice all of a sudden is like going away. I don't know why. It's getting raspy. Good raspy and low. A radio voice. Oh, I just lost 2 people. How dare you leave? Is it something I said? They're like, this guy's just painting some weird works. We're getting the hell out of here. And he said he's a Necron player. Listen, bro, I run from Necron players too. I get it. I get the sentiment. See that Necron player coming? They run. I also play Legions of Nagesh in AOS, so double whammy. I'm all about. Do you want to have the most frustrating? Would you like to have the most frustrating Warhammer experience known to man? Come on down. Is it weird that when I think of that, I think of like, speaking of a very American movie, so we're talking about American things, I think immediately think, I've added you to the group, and when you see got Bates, that's Todd. Okay. Cool. Thank you so much. I love it. I was gonna say is it weird that I think of like, when I think of like resurrecting the dead and like playing those kind of armies, that I immediately think of Flash Gordon? Oh no, I didn't paint that orange. I painted that yellow. Alright, well, we're gonna just say that the orcs had a little bit of a problem understanding the difference between orange and yellow, because I screwed up. And here we'll make it look a little. Oh no, there's two different plates. All right, it all works. It all works in the canon. It's okay. And here I'll do a little bit of like. We'll make it look like rusted parts of it. Like we'll make it look like there's. Oh, maybe like blood. Now it looks like blood. It wasn't meant to, but it's orange on the yellow, so it kind of comes off a little bit more red. Gordon's alive. It's actually not a bad impression of him. I will not sing any of the Flash Gordon theme because I will get well, not that I'm monetized now, but if the glorious day comes. Gordon's alive. Talk about a random assortment of people in a movie. All right. Favorite Flash Gordon moment. Let's do it. I want to hear it. Oh, that's the one I need. It's funny. I talk about him, me, and my friend earlier was talking about Flash Gordon when. Oh yeah, because he's in Ted. I love Ted. Ted is so funny. Yeah. I love Ted. I'm a huge Family Guy fan. I love Ted, obviously. There's so many good people in that movie. But again, the reason for that is that's because, like, you know, obviously, creator of Family Guy just knows so many great people. I'm trying to see, is there anywhere else? Yeah, he's amazing. Seth MacFarlane, like, the reason I didn't say his name is I was stumbling on it. I was gonna say Todd McFarlane. I'm like, nope, that's Spider-Man and Spawn. I'm like, that's not who we're talking about. Love musicals and can write a good movie. So funny. Yeah. Even A Million Ways to Die in the West. I thought that was actually pretty funny. I know a lot of people didn't like that movie, but I actually really liked that movie. It just didn't get received well, and I think, but I really think it's not, wasn't his fault. It was just not received well by people. But I thought there were some really like amazing just things in there. There's amazing jokes. There was really fun, and again, I thought it was very, you know, it. Chat while I'm saying this. Oh, Orville I really liked too. Again, that was another show that I think really didn't get understood. People didn't really understand what he was doing. The Orville is one of the best shows out. You can tell he is a Star Trek. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That's what you could tell with A Million Ways to Die in the West, that he was really like a Mel Brooks fan, and it's very much Blazing Saddles, or it has a lot of Blazing Saddles kind of humor. Because he comes from that kind of cloth, but again, because the world, you know, because the world looks at things in a very different way, it just never, you know, it's not. You know, it was meant to be ridiculous, and it was meant to show light to those issues. It was being funny, but at the same time it was trying to like say to people, hey, this is like not okay, and this is a really not good issue. But it did it with humor. Yeah, it was definitely it you know, it was doing what it's what he always does. So like we were saying about the Orville, right? The Orville is definitely him showing you that he's a Star Trek fan, and that he grew up watching Star Trek, and you know, is both making fun of it but also kind of like celebrating it, right? So like that's that, and then the A Million Ways to Die in the West is like him showing you that he used to watch, you know, old westerns and Mel Brooks and all of those things, and again, he's having fun with it, but he's also like paying homage to it and paying respect to it as a fan. So that's what I think is really, you know, again, same thing with like Family Guy. Family Guy, when you think of a lot of the cameos on Family Guy, The biggest one being Adam West. Adam West on Family Guy is a great example because Adam West, before he passed away, who played 66 Batman, was like super good friends with him. And, you know, partially he was really good friends with him because he like chose to put him in the show and like really kind of rejuvenated him a little bit into like having a small little bit more of his career. But you can tell that like he was having fun with it, but he was like, you could tell how much he was like a fan of Batman 66 and Adam West himself as a person. So he wanted to have him in the show, and I think you get that sense that he always like, the people who work with him always love working with him because he's a really nice guy, and he, you know, if he has you in his thing, yes, he's making a slight of it, but he's also like paying homage of it. Like I think of going back to Ted, in the second Ted, the Liam Neeson cameo, which is of him doing like the Taken guy and how he really respects him. Oh, I would love to work with him. I would love to meet him. That would be a dream of mine. Like if I could create characters for a project of his, that would blow my mind. Like if I could bring my character development, character designs, and do something with him, that would be amazing. Maybe one day. Because like I said, I am both a commission artist and a commission model painter, so you can check out my website to check out examples of both. And like I said, we'll get the Patreon back on its feet, and we'll have some more content in that regard as well. Yeah, I've been up for 3 hours. Ooh, I have my bed. I think we're gonna call it there. We're gonna start painting quicker. I don't know why that's not true. I know why I'm taking longer, because you guys are actually providing a really awesome amount of discussion and questions and things like that, and I love it. So I'm being more leisurely with my painting, which oh no, man, that's a tight spot. Well, it's because I put that it's because if I didn't put that purple thing in, I wouldn't have to do so much touch up on there. That's a really tough spot to get into, so I'm gonna have to redo that silver. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get going. Hopefully you guys think we made some progress on our Space Marine here. My hope is in the next one we can get him all wrapped up if I kind of focus. We won't devote so much of the stream to other stuff. I know I've been nice. I will message. Thank you so much. We're gonna really focus forward and thinking with model and paintings. I know we built the model, we did other stuff, so I gotta stop being so hard on myself, because I'm sure in the last hour we actually have made a pretty nice dent in him. Got a lot of detail. We got to start bringing in some of the darks, the shadows, but I think he's coming along pretty well. I don't know what you guys think. So what's the final verdict from the crew? I think our Terminators are looking mighty fine, mighty cool. Actually, let me do one thing which will instantly make my Terminator let's do one thing. We got to really work on his sword too, but oh no. Oh no, oh no. Has it fallen upon me? Okay, my weight's still okay. We're all right. We're okay, guys. Now, I do think, let's see, will I be on tomorrow? My goal is to try to be on tomorrow. A lot of these are going to be bonus streams for right now, because I don't normally schedule myself on weekends. But what I am going to be doing is, I will be doing more streams. So most of our streams moving forward are probably going to be on the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, or some combination of those days, because my schedule is going to start to change where that's going to be when I'm available. So we will do that, but I will also be doing some weekly ones just to get back in the swing of things with that. So I am going to try to stick a little better to the schedule, but I will also have other ones. So like I said, just be following us, because that is the best way to know when we're live, and you'll see the notifications. But yeah, I do believe I'll be on tomorrow. I'm sorry to give you a long drawn out answer to that question. All right, because I want to get these spaceworks done. We got a lot of painting to do, so I want to get the spaceworks done. I want to get the other painting done. I got to prime all this other stuff. So we have, it's actually in relation to an orc. How big are you? He's not that big. But yeah, we have our space explorers that I got to get done and get them all primed. We got a bunch of Pokemon stuff to get primed. So I just have a lot of models next to here that I got to get primed. They're all part of that custom campaign, so we really got to get moving, get through it. And then we'll definitely get like things like Crimson Dynamo primed, and just other things built. So lots of painting, lots of stuff to go. So we'll get that all done. I'm probably gonna build her off camera just so she's done. But all right, take care, guys. We'll see you at the next stream. It was a pleasure, and I hope across the way everybody's doing okay. But I'm gonna be heading out, and take care, and check out our about page. Like I said, please follow, sign up for notifications, check out the socials. We have our YouTube channel, which is going to be our VODs archive now, but it's going to have other content, my website, other stuff to check out. So become followers of it all. We'll see you soon.